boy now. Pegboard nerds must have you locking at the sound. All of the gal I go passing when me boy I go drop them a coming. Murderous. Me a the burning fire and natural born killer. When me bust into flame, watch out some mics. You better turn it. I am make the bad boy bigger. When they come around me, I go on them. Listen to the word and the fire you caught in the middle. When the flames get higher, put up your gun fingers. Return all of the fire. It's a bad man single. Give a sign. Pull your gun finger trigger. Gun finger trigger. Gun finger trigger. Gun finger trigger. Return all of the fire. It's a bad man single. Give a sign. Pull your gun finger trigger. Pull your gun finger trigger. Pull your gun finger trigger. It's a bad man.
Okay, so let's get started. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me on this night. Friday night or early Saturday morning, depending on where you are. Hope you're all having a good night, that you had a good week. You'll have to let me know how the volume levels are. I don't change them week to week, but I don't know what happens. That sometimes you can hear me, sometimes you can't. I'm pretty sure I'm not muted. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that they sound okay. I apologize if you can hear the heater going in the background. Hopefully it's not making too much noise. So, let's see, what can we talk about? This is just chatting. We should chat for a bit. Yeah, I don't have anything to chat about. Let me try turning the gain down on the microphone. Maybe that will help. Oh, there's my drop bear. Best drop bear on Twitch. That's right, you spam those sexy emotes. Sexy emotes. How are you doing, drop bear? Oh, my baby has subbed. Thank you, baby. Oh, my sweet silver dwarf. Smexy. That's right. Smexy. Is the noise level any better on that now that I turned the gain down a little bit on the microphone? I don't know. I seem to make things worse. Okay, well, hopefully this background sounds are not too bad. So, let us get started. The movie's only about an hour. So, it is a 1953 movie called Robot Monster. I don't know what it's about. Hopefully it's about a monster robot. Who knows? Oh, that is right. Puppy has been making some new emotes for me. So there's going to be some new emotes on the stream very soon. Puppy is an amazing, amazing artist. She also made that beautiful image that is on my starting screen. I think it's on all of my screens except the chatting screen and the movie screen. I'll give you some lug nuts, drop bear. Precious, precious lug nuts. It's funny because I actually have a sign that's from a mechanic I used to take my car to that they would hang up in cars, and I don't know why I've got it, and it says caution loose lug nuts. It's one of those things, it's like, I don't know why I've got this, but I've got it. It's just one of those bizarre possessions. But yes, Puppy is an amazing artist. If I would recommend that you go follow her on her Twitter, because I love the art she made me. And like I said, she's making us some new emotes. Finally gonna get that second emote, drop bear. And Puppy, if you want to post a link to your Twitter or anything, feel free. You should be able to post links in the chat. More emotes. That's right. And if it bans you for posting links, I'm really sorry. But I don't think it will. You should be able to post links. Yeah, go follow Puppy's Twitter, because she is an amazing artist. And like I said, you guys are gonna like the new emotes. I don't even know what I started to say there. But yeah, you guys will like the new emotes. She is. You can't shut her up, man. Once she starts talking, there's just no silencing her. I'm only teasing. I love you. But yeah, I'm just glad it's Friday and I don't have to work tomorrow. I have such an exciting life. But now I'm sad. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Because you know what? I'm here with all of you. I'm here with my friends. So, let's get on to our robot monster and his lug nuts. Because every movie is secretly a fetish film. I have not done a collab stream with Sage yet because she has been streaming early. She's been streaming while I'm still at work. So we have not collabed yet. We definitely want to. The timing just hasn't been there yet. It'll happen. We'll get together and there will be so much science that all your little heads will explode. Aw, thank you, puppy. You're a sweetheart. I just wish Twitter would show the correct stream titles. But that is the meme and the theme of the stream. Every movie is secretly and sometimes not secretly a fetish movie. Because some of the movies, there was no secret about it being a fetish film. And those are the movies we love best. Oh, ArcGIS is a very, very big program. Yeah, ArcGIS, it's good software, but it has issues. It definitely has issues and bugs, and thank God they have a help desk. See, I would like to stream. I'd like to stream a lot of things, but my computer can't handle it and I only have one screen. I would love to be able to stream teaching ArcGIS or even QGIS, which is the open source version. My computer cannot handle it at home. Albo! Hello, Albo. I'm glad you could join us. We are watching Robot Monster. And then I'm going to read to you, lovely people. I'm going to read you to sleep with some Lovecraft, because nothing puts you to sleep like Lovecraft. That was sarcasm. Yeah, but I am going to read some Lovecraft to you all after the movie. That is the plan, Drop Bear. The problem is I have to work during the week. It's really hard to stream during the week and work during the week. I'm trying. But yeah, I would. And I thought, because we have ArcGIS on the computers at home and I can connect to the work network from home, but as soon as I start streaming, the network connection to work disconnects because it's a security thing. And it's like, God damn you people. Can't get away with anything. They're so mean to me. So mean. But yeah, I mean, I still want to stream my RPG Maker. I want to make a game with you guys. But to do that, I have to get a big enough desk that I can have a second screen. You have a field trip on GIS? GIS is fun. I mean, GIS encompasses so many things. But you don't need to know what you're doing. That's their job to teach you, Abel. And you will be fine. I believe in you. But yes, one day I will have a good computer with 3 screens. Or 3 monitors. I don't know why I'm calling it screens, because I've got the movie on my brain. And then I will stream all the things all the time. But for now, we're just going to figure out what fetishes are being hidden in this 1953 movie that supposedly about robot monsters. But we know there's a fetish in there somewhere. Yeah, it can be boring. But you know what, it'll get there. If nothing else, I will teach you. Well, if I could, I would teach you, because I once made a fantasy map in ArcGIS. People were not happy with me. I was happy with me. The people I work for, not so much. But you know what? I don't care. But yeah, if you have any questions on it, feel free to hit me up. I don't want to know what you really use your 3 screens for, Drop Bear. Obviously one of them is for watching fetish films, because that's why you're here. You know, secretly you're here to watch the fetish films. And that's why we love you. I think we are going to get this movie started, because those fetishes are not going to reveal themselves. So, here we go. Don't be scared, puppy. You just realized? You have a monitor and a laptop screen, but both display the same thing in the moment. I think mine is I don't, my laptop hasn't worked in years. So I have no idea, like, if I don't even have a place that I could set it to plug it in. And the sad thing is I have 2 monitors in my garage. Nowhere to actually set them. Yeah, I need to expand some things. Yes, I updated the thing. I told you last night I updated the thing and Twitch finally approved it. Silly puppy. Yep, I updated the thing. So now all you subbies have a new popcorn badge thanks to Puppy. All hail the puppy, because puppy is best. Best puppy. Yeah, the new popcorn badge does look good. Let's see, Drop Bear's ready. You ready for this movie? Here we go. Yeah, we're ready for these monsters. We got Roy and Alice and just Mother. She doesn't need a name. She's just Mother. Also, you'll have to let me know if the movie is loud enough or too loud, because God forbid any of the movies play at the same volume level. Roman the Monster. I thought the title of this movie was Robot Monster, not Roman. Well, it's either Roman the Monster or Robot Monster, but I thought when I downloaded it, I'm pretty sure the title was Robot Monster. Wait. I gotta see that again. Come back here. Automatic Billion Bubble Machine. You know it's gonna be a good movie when there's a bubble machine and it gets credited. Yes, we have to make sure everyone knows that he's a man. Okay, now I want to look up some of those other comic book titles that they showed. Yeah, now I want to look up some of those other comic book titles. Another World. Let's get out of here. Come on, exit. There. That. Was that a movie? I think that was someone's fever dream. An excuse to spend some money. Alternatively, it was the running theory, which is every movie is secretly a fetish film. Someone wanted to make a movie about their fetishes. This was the cover for it. I mean, we definitely had a lot of bondage in there. We had a possible furry. I say possible because I'm not sure if a robot ape counts as a furry. We had Alice and Roy, who had sex before their marriage. And yeah, no money went into this movie. No money did. This was not money well spent. This was money not spent. Dear God, that was an awful movie. And I am so confused. And I still think that some of those flashes and sounds was Morse code. It was the producer trying to give us a message. Yeah, I like this campfire. I don't remember. I think I got it off of YouTube. It was a royalty-free footage. I like it. This is very relaxing. We are all gathered around the campfire. Yeah, the cop out of it being a dream did. But what happened to the bubble machine? Where was the bubble machine at the end of the movie? I wanted the bubble machine. Because that kind of ruins my theory that this whole movie was designed to be an advertisement for a bubble machine that just never was. Okay, I'll wait a second. Yeah, the kid dreamed about his sister having sex and being tied up, and also about, wasn't Carla his younger sister who was killed? Obviously he was tired of her wanting to play house. Maybe it was he wanted to play house with the older sister. Fetish films, people. Every movie, especially from the 50s, is a fetish film. I told you Johnny was a little shit and needed to be killed. He was a little shit during the whole film. See, that's when it gets scary, is when suddenly the movie starts making sense. That'll be my Friday night streams, will be every film is a fetish film night. Sometimes it's more disturbing than others. Exactly, killed the kid. He was a little shit. Exactly, the monster was the kid all along. Kid wanted to kill. That kid had issues. Isn't the real monster the friends we made along the way? That's right, Kayla. The real monster is our friends. It's only 10:30 p.m. Friday for me. Yes. Yes, it is, well, 10:37 p.m. for me, yes. But we're setting our clocks ahead this weekend. Bastards. Yeah, it's still Friday night for me. We're losing an hour of sleep sober. You understand that? We are losing an hour of I don't want more sunlight. I want more sleep time. Sleep is beautiful. We were just discussing naps earlier. You know, I don't know, because I heard them talking on the radio about it, Kayla, and I didn't hear them say anything about this being the last time, so I don't know. It might not go into effect until 2020, because, I mean, let's face it, it's politics. It rarely moves quickly. We see Drop Bear, if you lived in America, or at least if you lived in California, you would start only getting 5 hours, because they're taking an hour away from us. The bastards. The bastards. I know. Fucking politics. One day I will be president of my own little country. And it will be glorious. The law is that if they ever change it on a federal level to stick with daylight savings time, California doesn't have to ratify it. Well, I mean, if they changed it on a federal level, I don't think they would give a shit about California. It would be federal. My land will be the best land. Because the only law will be don't be an asshole. That's it. Just don't be an asshole. You accept me as your president? Why can you never go there, Drop Bear? I mean, you would learn not to be an asshole, okay? I promise you. You could be trained. You could be trained not to be an asshole. Because it would be sad if my favorite Drop Bear wasn't there. Albel. Albel, I have to ban you now. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I bet you have worked hard to reach that level of assholedom. Be proud. I could probably find a position for you. You could be like in charge of military defenses. You could be an asshole to our enemies. Would that work for you? Someone has to be an asshole to my enemies. Yeah, not everyone can be an asshole. A chief asshole. But if I had my own land, I would have enemies because people would want to take my land away from me. Because that is what humans do. I know, right? How could anyone be my enemy? And I have such a smexy emote. I can't wait for you guys to see the new emotes that Puppy is making. They're so cute. So do you guys want to hear a story? Superintendent asshole? There will be levels of... my government is going to consist of levels of assholes. There will be chief asshole, the deputy chief asshole, the general asshole, so many assholes. Yes, story time. I am going to read The Cats of Ulthar by H.P. Lovecraft because I love the story and it's short and it has cats. So, and I will put the link in the chat to where the story is in case you want to read along. Everyone is a cat person at heart. Not bear. Some of them don't know it, but they are. I love my kitties. It's funny because I used to have dogs. And then I got cats. Alright. The Cats of Ulthar. Screen. Come on. That's right, I am a crazy cat lady. I mean, I make no secret of that. I'm a crazy cat lady. My window, why will you not move for me? Fine. Not working. We're having some technical issues. That's right, all the kitties. All the bestest kitties. And that is why we are reading this story tonight. I am a crazy cat lady. It's okay. I embrace it. Yeah, no worries, puppy. It's just I was trying to move the window where I've got the story open to read it, and it didn't want to cooperate. But we're good now. And this is a good story. Because this is a story about why you should not kill cats. Because cats are assholes and will get revenge. It is said that in Ulthar, which lies beyond the river sky, no man may kill a cat, and this I can verily believe as I gaze upon him who sitteth purring before the fire. For the cat is cryptic, and close to strange things which men cannot see. He is the soul of antique Egyptus, and bearer of tales from forgotten cities in Meroe and Ophir. He is the kin of the jungle's lords, and heir to the secrets of hoary and sinister Africa. The Sphinx is his cousin, and he speaks her language, but he is more ancient than the Sphinx, and remembers that which she hath forgotten. In Ulthar, before ever the burgesses forbade the killing of cats, there dwelt an old cotter and his wife who delighted to trap and slay the cats of their neighbors. Why they did this I know not, save that many hate the voice of the cat in the night, and take it ill that cats should run stealthily about yards and gardens at twilight. But whatever the reason, this old man and woman took pleasure in trapping and slaying every cat which came near to their hovel, and from some of the sounds heard after dark, many villagers fancied that the manner of slaying was exceedingly peculiar. But the villagers did not discuss such things with the old man and his wife, because of the habitual expression on the withered faces of the two, and because their cottage was so small and so darkly hidden under spreading oaks at the back of the neglected yard. In truth, much of the owners of cats hated these odd folk. They feared them more, and instead of berating them as brutal assassins, merely took care that no cherished cat or mouser should stray towards the remote hovel under the dark trees. When through some unavoidable oversight a cat was missed, and sounds heard after dark, the loser would lament impotently, or console himself by thanking fate that it was not one of his children who had thus vanished. For the people of Ulthar were simple, and knew not whence it is all cats first came. One day a caravan of strange wanderers from the south entered the narrow, cobbled streets of Ulthar. Dark wanderers they were, and unlike the other roving folk who passed through the village twice every year. In the marketplace they told fortunes for silver, and bought gay beads from the merchants. What was the land of these wanderers none could tell, but it was seen that they were given to strange prayers, and that they had painted on the sides of their wagons strange figures with human bodies and the heads of cats, hawks, rams, and lions. And the leader of the caravan wore a headdress with 2 horns, and a curious disc betwixt the horns. There was in the singular caravan a little boy with no father or mother, but only a tiny black kitten to cherish. The plague had not been kind to him, yet had left him this small furry thing to mitigate his sorrow. And when one is very young, one can find great relief in the lively antics of a black kitten. So the boy, whom the people called Menace, smiled more often than he wept, as he safe. The dark people called Menace smiled more often than he wept as he sate, playing with this grateful. Okay, we are going to try that one more time. One can find great relief in the lively antics of a black kitten. So the boy, whom the dark people called Menace, smiled more often than he wept, as he sat playing with his graceful kitten on the steps of an oddly painted wagon. On the 3rd morning of the wanderer's stay in Ulthar, Menace could not find his kitten, and as he sobbed aloud in the marketplace, certain villagers told him of the old man and his wife, and of sounds heard in the night. And when he heard these things, his sobbing gave place to meditation, and finally to prayer. He stretched out his arms towards the sun, and prayed in a tongue no villager could understand, though indeed the villagers did not try very hard to understand, since their attention was mostly taken up to the sky, and the odd shapes the clouds were assuming. It was very peculiar, but as the little boy uttered his petition, there seemed to form overhead the shadowy, nebulous figures of exotic things, of hybrid creatures crowned with horn-flanked discs. Nature is full of such illusions to impress the imaginative. That night, the wanderers left Ulthar and were never seen again. And the householders were troubled when they noticed that in all of the village there was not a cat to be found. From each hearth the familiar cat had vanished. Cats large and small, black, gray, striped, yellow, and white. Old Crannan, the burgomaster, swore that the dark folk had taken the cats away in revenge for the killing of Menace Kitten, and cursed the caravan and the little boy. But Nith, the lean notary, declared that the old cotter and his wife were more likely persons to suspect, for their hatred of cats was notorious and increasingly bold. Still, no one durst complain to the sinister couple, even when little Atal, the innkeeper's son, vowed that he had at twilight seen all the cats of Ulthar in that accursed yard under the trees, pacing very slowly and solemnly in a circle around the cottage, two abreast, as if in performance of some unheard-of rite of beasts. The villagers did not know how much to believe from so small a boy, and though they feared that the evil pair had charmed the cats to their death, they preferred not to chide the old cotter till they met him outside his dark and repellent yard. So Ulthar went to sleep in vain anger, and when the people awakened at dawn, behold, every cat was back at his accustomed hearth. Large and small, black, gray, striped, yellow, and white, none was missing. Very sleek and fat did the cats appear, with sonorous and purring, and sonorous with purring content. The citizens talked with one another of the affair, and marveled not a little. Old Crannan again insisted that it was the dark folk who had taken them, since cats did not return alive from the cottage of the ancient man and his wife. But all agreed on one thing, that the refusal of all the cats to eat their portions of meat, drink their saucers of milk, was exceedingly curious, and for 2 whole days the sleek, lazy cats of Ulthar would touch no food, but only doze by the fire or in the sun. It was fully a week before the villagers noticed that no lights were appearing at dusk in the windows of the cottage under the trees. Then the lean Nith remarked that no one had seen the old man or his wife since the night the cats were away. In another week, the burgomaster decided to overcome his fears and call it the strangely silent dwelling of a matter of duty. Though in so doing he was careful to take with him Shang the blacksmith and Thal the cutter of stone as witnesses. And when they had broken down the frail door, they found only this: 2 cleanly picked human skeletons on the earthen floor, and a number of singular beetles crawling in the shadowy corners. There was subsequently much talk among the burgess of Ulthar. Zath, the coroner, disputed at length with Nith, the lean notary, and Crannan and Shang and Thal were overwhelmed with questions. Even little Atal, the innkeeper's son, was closely questioned and given a sweetmeat as reward. They talked of the old cotter and his wife, of the caravan of dark wanderers, of small Menes and his black kitten, of the prayer of Menes and of the sky during that prayer, of the doings of the cats on the night the caravan left, and of what was later found in the cottage under the dark trees in the repellent yard. And in the end, the burgesses passed that remarkable law which is told of by traders in Hatheg and discussed by travelers in Mir, namely, that in Ulthar no man may kill a cat. Well, that was our story. I do love that story. Never kill cats. They will eat you in your sleep. Yeah, as long as you don't want to kill the cats, you don't have to like them, but don't hurt animals. Don't kill animals. I haven't learned how to summon Cthulhu yet, Drop Bear, but I am working on it. Maybe I'll start doing this every Friday after movie. I'll read one of the Lovecraft stories. You like big cats? I'm just assuming. I mean, I'm picturing like I used to have this really fat orange cat, and it's like, well, I had a big cat. I'm assuming you mean like lions and tigers and that. Ted, Stello, how are you? I'm glad you could join us. You want a giant doggo, but for now you only have small angry cats, puppy? Small angry cats are the best, though. Oh, you're tired? Yeah, yeah, we finished the movie, and then I read a story, so I could bore everyone to sleep. Hello, True King Mom. Yes, no harm shall be done to a cat in Ulthar. Because cats will kill you in your sleep and eat you. Which, I mean, we already know is true. We didn't need Lovecraft to tell us. Cats will kill you and eat you. Cats are evil. And I love cats. I love my kitties. But I know they would kill me and eat me. PCP is hosting an Ulthar cat adoption program. Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys the emotes. I'm really excited for the emotes that Puppy is making us. I'll give you a hint. There may be a cat. I've been okay, Teds. I've been doing okay. Yeah, can't complain. It's Friday. It was payday. Doesn't get much better than that. There may be many a cat. There may be many cats. There may be anything. It's a surprise. Unfortunately. And I should not be this tired. What? Tell you more science-y things? No. I have no science-y things to tell you. Science, guys. What kind of science-y things do you want me to tell you? I'm always sleepy. What kind of science-y things do you want me to tell you? I mean, science is a broad topic. There is so much science out there. What I do for a crust? You mean like a pie crust? I go to the store and I buy a frozen pie crust. That's what I do for a crust. I'm sorry, Drop Bear. Yes, I am an earth scientist. I am an earth scientist who has forgotten so much, I feel like. The earth. That's right. The earth sciences. do I make 3D models? I used to. I more textured them than actually making them. It's a complicated thing. I would make them and then I would bribe someone else to rig them because I hated rigging models. And unfortunately the software that I used for that I lost when when I lost my hard drive. I don't think it's stalking the Twitter. If I put it on Twitter, I'll let y'all in on a secret. If I put stuff in on my Twitter, it's because I want you to see it. So it's okay to look at it. It's not stalking. How to debunk flat earthers politely? You want me to tell you politely? Or you want me to tell you a way that you can debunk them politely? Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little break. Like literally maybe 2 minutes. I will be right back and I will try to teach you how to debunk the flat earthers. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, you troublemakers. Yes, the Flat Earth does have millions of supporters around the globe, but that is true. You guys are funny. So the debunking of the flat earthers. God damn it, mouse. There's actually a YouTuber who recently did a bunch of videos because he flew around the globe with a GPS to prove. I think he did. I think he finished it. But I mean, one of the simplest ways to debunk them is just the distances don't make sense between a flat earth and a round earth. Of course, the flat earthers can't even agree on a map of the flat earth. So, you know, if you want to debunk them, ask them which flat earth map they use. And while they're arguing about that and trying to figure out which flat earth model they want to use, you just walk away. Australia doesn't exist. Australia was invented for Outback Steakhouse. I'm sorry to have to tell you that, Drop Bear. I'll come visit you next weekend when I go to Outback, okay? We'll hang. We'll have a bloomin' onion. The Flat Earth started as a troll society. Probably did. And I mean, people are stupid. You put on headphones to hear this? You put on headphones to hear me talk about Australia? An Outback Steakhouse? Blooming onions are good, if they do them right. I think we can get blooming onions in like, the grocery store now. Don't even have to go to Outback Steakhouse, so we have no need for you anymore, Drop Bear. That's why I need to bring you onto my island. You can come live in Socorro Land. We'll all be happy. And I'm sorry you put on your headphones because I don't think we're gonna talk about anything of great substance. I mean, I can read another Lovecraft story. But as far as actually debunking the flat earthers, I mean, there's a reason why we have known for thousands of years that the earth was round. Aw, I need you, Drop Bear. Told you you're my favorite Drop Bear on Twitch. You're the best, Drop Bear. Yeah, that's very true, Sober. You can't debate. I mean, you can debate them. I will argue with anyone about anything. But yeah, you can't reason with them. They have made up their mind and they're not open to any other possibilities. So that's why I said when you come across the flat earther, you ask them which flat earth map they use, and while they're deciding, you just walk away. But if you ever get a chance, there is a YouTuber I started to say there's a YouTuber on YouTube. Like, no shit, they're on YouTube. There's a the YouTuber, his channel is Greater Sapien, and he's got a lot of videos that explain the stuff about why the Earth is round. Well, the Earth isn't round. We all know the Earth is actually a donut. A delicious donut with creamy filling. Don't actually repeat that. Yeah, use the best, Drop Bear. Sober Dwarf is best baby. Drop Bear is best Drop Bear. I can like to know about the donut. Oh. You just realized why you're so tired, Teds? It's probably because it's late. That's why you're tired. You are insane or a fish. I mean, I don't know. I think what we think is superstitious hogwash came out of something. There may very well be some truth behind it. Go to bed, Tedst. Go to bed, sweetheart. It's okay. And yes, Drew King Mob, you're a fish. I'm sorry to tell you. Those damn nerds over at TKF. The Lovecraft recap. Also, I do have a Discord for the Twitch channel. Sometimes I actually remember I have a Discord for the Twitch channel. If any of you want to come join over there. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a fish. You be you. You be a fish, you be whatever you want to be. The only rule here is don't be an asshole. Except for Drop Bear. Drop Bear is my head asshole. That's why we love him. You live in the desert. Aww. Well, maybe you can come live in Socorro Land when I create it. I will be a fair and kind ruler. Fish will have a place to live too. Okay. What to do? See, if Zath was here, I would read The Doom That Came to Sarnath, and he would probably be thrilled. Let's see how long that is. Because I am not reading a long story. What did I do? Okay. Okay, this story isn't too long. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, he's your fish boyfriend puppy? Okay, well then he definitely gets to come and join us. Well, what if it's a trolly, cheeky asshole in a good way? Is that fine? Sure. OBS won't capture RPG Maker. I can do a whole screen capture, but if I do that, then I can't see OBS or my stream. That's why I need to be able to set up a second monitor and have RPG Maker on that monitor, and then I can do a whole screen capture of that monitor. Alt-Tab? Well, yeah, but see, if I do a screen capture, then every time I Alt-Tab, it's going to then be capturing the screen I'm looking at instead of the game. So basically, if I do full screen capture, then you guys are seeing whatever I'm looking at. So while I'm playing the game, I can't see the chat, I can't see my stream. Yeah, it's a mess. We tried it one night and it was sad. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, well, the sad thing is I've got 2 monitors in my garage and a 3rd one in my car. Don't ask. I just don't have any place to set them up right now. God, could you imagine me with like 4 monitors? So yeah, when I finally decide to replace my child's computer desk with a grown-up version to where I have room, then yeah, I'll be able to stream RPG Maker with no problem. Four monitors would stress you out. Yeah, I mean, at work I deal with 2 monitors, so I just need a place where I can put it. Tetsuji bought a new desk. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Because, I mean, the desk that I've got now, I've had since I was like 8 or 10. And it's just gone with me. It's not for grown-ups. I'm not a grown-up, but I need a grown-up sized desk if I'm gonna have 2 monitors. I'm not a grown-up. You can ask Sage about that. You can ask... Sage and I were talking last night about something I did that was very immature, but fun. So I'm not a grown-up. I'm not a grown-up. Adulting is overrated. It's like I was telling one of my coworkers just bought a house, and they were all excited about, owning a home. And I said, you realize when you own the home, you also own all the problems. When the shit starts coming up the bathtub drain, you have to deal with it. You don't get to call a landlord or a property manager. It's your problem now. Yeah, being a homeowner seems nicer than it is. It's nice until things go wrong, and then when things go wrong you realize, oh shit, this is my problem. So yes, never adult drop bear. Never change. Never grow up. Well, that's good. Then at least it's paid off in full. I mean, I hate that being in California where I am, homeowners insurance is so expensive. It's so expensive because PG&E keeps trying to burn us down. The bastards. Go to bed, Ted. I'm probably going to end the stream soon anyway. So I promise you won't miss anything. So go off to bed, get your sleep. Good night. Sleep well. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to... You'll stay up because sleep evades you. Oh no. No, you need to sleep, puppy. You need to be one with the sleep. Honestly, I swear I could sleep all damn day. It totally wasn't a yawn. Well, do you guys want to hear another story? Or I can end the stream and we can do this all tomorrow. Not all of it. We're not watching that damn movie again. Hates trying to sleep. You hate trying to sleep? I mean, I don't really have to try. I go to bed and I sleep. Do you need me to tell you a lullaby, Drop Bear? To tell you a lullaby. To tell you a bedtime story. You know, I've had those nights. I used to have those nights more. But then I got a thick fuzzy blanket and an electric blanket, and I actually sleep on top of the fuzzy blanket. And for some reason now I go right to sleep when I get in bed. Well, if it's broad daylight, get an eye mask. Get one of those eye masks that they sell in the store for the spas. I don't know, get kinky, tie a blindfold around your head. Darn, I was gonna read from you from my little golden book, from my Grumpy Cat book, and I don't have it here. So I cannot read you, Grumpy Bear. You put that blindfold on like a good little Drop Bear. And I'll be in to see you shortly. I mean, getting kinky. We just watched that movie that was obviously a fetish film. Like all the movies that we watch are fetish films. Well, darn it, I do not have my Grumpy Cat book to read you to sleep. I will have to find another bedtime story for you. It is turned to Dr. Google. Bedtime stories. There's a movie called Bedtime Stories. That's not what I want. Oh, okay, puppy. I'll check it. I'll check it in a little bit. I have found a bedtime story. I will read a bedtime story so that Drop Bear and Puppy and anyone else that needs to get to sleep. You can go to sleep. I really hope that this is a good story. It's called Dick Whittington and His Cat. So, got more cats. Yay. A long time ago, there was once a poor boy called Dick Whittington who had no mummy and daddy to look after him, so he was often very hungry. He lived in a little village in the country. He'd often heard stories about a faraway place called London, where everybody was rich and the streets were paved with gold. Dick Whittington was determined that he would go there and dig up enough gold from the streets to make his fortune. One day he met a friendly wagoner who was going to London, who said he would give him a lift there, and so off they went. When they reached the big city, Dick couldn't believe his eyes. He could see horses, carriages, hundreds of people, great tall buildings, lots of mud, but nowhere could he see any gold. What a disappointment! How was he going to make his fortune? How was he even going to buy food? After a few days, he was so hungry that he collapsed in a ragged heap on the doorstep of a rich merchant's house. Out of the house came a cook. "Be off with you," she shouted, "you dirty ragamuffin," and she tried to sweep him off the step with a broom. At that moment, the merchant arrived back at his house and, being a kindly man, took pity on poor Dick. "Carry him into the house," he ordered his groom. When he was fed and rested, Dick was given a job working in the kitchen. He was very grateful to the merchant, but alas, the cook was always very bad-tempered and, when no one was looking, used to beat and pinch him. The other thing that made Dick sad was that he had to sleep in a tiny room at the very top of the house, and it was full of rats and mice that crawled all over his face and tried to bite his nose. He was so desperate that he saved up all his pennies and bought a cat. The cat was a very special cat. She was the best cat in all of London at catching mice and rats. After a few weeks, Dick's life was much easier because of his clever cat, who had eaten all the rats and mice, and he was able to sleep in peace. Not long after, Dick heard the merchant asking everyone in the house if they wanted to send anything on board his ship they thought they could sell. The ship was going on a long voyage to the other side of the world, and the captain would sell everything on the ship so they could all make some money. Poor Dick, what could he sell? Suddenly a thought came to him. "Please, sir, will you take my cat?" Everyone burst out laughing, but the merchant smiled and said, "Yes, Dick, I will, and all the money from her sale will go to you." After the merchant had left from the city, Dick was on his own again, with the mice and rats crawling over him by night, and the cook being even nastier in the day because there was no one to stop her. Dick decided to run away. As he walked away, the bells of all the churches rang out and seemed to say, "Turn again, Dick Whittington, 3 times Lord Mayor of London." Goodness gracious, gosh, thought Dick, astonished. If I'm going to be Lord Mayor, I'd better stay. I'll put up with Cook and the scurrying mice and rats, and when I'm mayor, I'll show her. So back he went. Across the other side of the world, the merchant and his ship had arrived at their destination. The people were so pleased to see them and were so welcoming that the merchant decided to send some presents to their king and queen. The king and queen were so delighted that they invited them all to a feast. But believe it or not, as soon as the food was brought in, hundreds of rats appeared as if by magic and gobbled it all up before they had a chance to eat. "Oh dear," said the king, "this is always happening. I never get a chance to eat my apple pie. What can I do?" "I have an idea," said the merchant. "I have a very special cat which has traveled with me all the way from London, and she will gobble up your rats faster than they gobbled up your feast." Sure enough, to the king and queen's joy, the next time a feast was prepared and the rats appeared, the cat pounced and killed all the rats as quick as lightning. The king and queen danced for joy and gave the merchant a ship full of gold in return for the very special cat. When the ship returned to London, Dick was overwhelmed with the amount of gold the merchant gave him for his cat. Over the years, he used his money so wisely and did so much good for all the people around him and who worked for him that he was elected Lord Mayor of the city of London 3 times. But he never forgot his kind friend the merchant, who had been so honest in giving him all the money that the cat had earned and kept nothing for himself. When Dick grew up, he fell in love with Alice, the merchant's beautiful daughter, and married her. They lived happily ever after, as people do in stories. Turn around, Dick Whittington, 3 times Lord Mayor of London. They were right, you see. Dick gave away his cat. That is so sad. Dick gave away his cat. I saw your message, puppy. I just responded to it. That was a bad bedtime story. It's true. Dickie boy got shinies, and the cat has a lot of rats and mice to eat. In America. You know, that's where they are. They're in America. Maybe they're in Straya. They're somewhere. There's a king and queen of America or Straya. In this story, there is. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you come to my house, I am the queen. So, maybe that's how it works. That fire is so awesome. I love that video. Especially for telling stories and reading. It is the best fire. Well, guys, I think it is that time to wrap the stream up. Because it is getting late. We are getting tired. All the fire, Drop Bear. All the fire. I may stream again tomorrow night. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, Sober. And thank you for subbing and for gifting a sub to Kayla. All the memories we made. Oh, you're welcome for the stream, Drop Bear. You take care, too. Good night, everybody. I'll see who I can... Let's see who we can go and host or raid. Who is online? Where the hell is my Twitch? There we go. Who is online? Bob Ross is painting. EJSA is doing Cars too. Moohoodles is playing Subnautica. It's the only ones I really know. So I think we will go and join Moohoodles. She hasn't been streaming too much lately, so we are gonna visit with her as soon as I can find my dashboard. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining in the stream, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll be able to stream some tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.